Don't let that guy you call the boss interfere with your entertainment. Chaotic Radio, chaoticradio.com.
The Black Lung, the Black Lung Show, 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 and starting fucking now.
That's right, you're listening to the Black Lung Show on the world famous chaoticradio.com. I'm your host, Ryan Pena. Thanks for joining us again on this fine Sunday afternoon. I'm joined in studio with my new engineer extraordinaire, Rachel. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing over there?
I'm doing all right. I was thinking about not doing the show because, if you guys are listening to this show, I always bring bands in here. And with the hectic schedule of my personal life and the hectic schedule of most bands, we didn't get an actual band to come in here. But I have something planned out for you guys. I'm not going to leave you guys hanging. This is your show. This is a Black Lung Show. We'll make this shit work. It's gonna be pretty cool, I think. And to make sure that it's cool, I got my main man, my brother, my bass player extraordinaire for my band, Something Ferocious. My main man, Josh Macho Camacho's in studio.
Grrr, how y'all doing?
I love it. I love it when you do that, man.
Yeah, well, I'm just here to help out. Hey, this is my first time working with Rach. This is rad.
She's rad.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I think we're gonna have a good time.
I think so.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, it's punk rock, man. We're gonna see what happens. We've got some people that might be calling in. We've got some records we're gonna play. We're gonna play some music for you guys. Let me start off by saying this. This is the weekend after Cinco de Mayo, right? And you've got two Mexicans in here. What did you do, Josh? I didn't even talk to you. What did you do for Cinco de Mayo?
Well, I had to actually work on the morning on Saturday morning, so I didn't go out and do too much. It was my friend's birthday, so I went over to her house and it was my old drummer and his wife. It was her birthday. They had all these bottles of tequila, $100 bottles, all these different tequilas. I just looked at him and said, "Well, I got to work. I didn't do anything. I'm sorry. I'm not." It was the one time I was like, you know what? I'm not going to drink. It was kind of a bummer on my part, but yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
My story is not that much more exciting. I was looking forward to some of the Inland Empire shows from some of the bands that have been here that we played with on the Black Lung Show. We had, the Voodoo Glow Skulls were playing over at Romano's in Riverside that night.
Yeah.
One of our guests that we just had on here, a Riot Gun. And hold on.
He's reaching for an album.
There's a couple albums right here that were left for me. I love you guys, man. Look at that. Riot Gun, they have a new album, and I've got two vinyls here from Riot Gun. Are we on YouTube? Are we?
Yeah, look at.
Oh, I can see it.
We are.
We are. We're on YouTube.
I think there's multiple.
Yeah, there's
cameras
multiple cameras now, so they'll probably pick up some weird shit. But anyway, Riot Gun was in studio. They were doing their album release party in Corona. You know what I did, Josh? You know what I did?
What did you do?
I did the punk rock dad thing. My foster daughter had a recital at Cajon High School.
Yeah.
And I went and watched her play. That was my Cinco de Mayo. We went and we watched her perform with a choir. And Bella, you probably shouldn't be listening to this show. She's 14, great girl, love her. Her choir was doing all Disney songs.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So you got a foster child, a choir girl. Wow.
Yeah.
I bet that's different from.
It was way different, dude. And I'll be honest, man.
That's cool.
I fucking hate Disney shit. It's like nails on fucking chalkboard to me. But I thought of something, and you helped me out with this because I had this drunk epiphany. Because I didn't drive. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't do anything. But after the show, after we bought her some flowers, we were so proud of her.
Yeah.
I came home and I was thinking about the shit that I had seen, and and I'm trying not to talk shit, but some of these kids in choir, man, were you can just look at them and just tell they were kind of a little bit like outcasts, right? They're not the jocks, they're not, you know what I mean? They were shy, they were bashful. It was the first time,
Well,
kind of nerdy a little bit.
Well, that's good. I mean, growing up in punk rock, we were all kind of outcast and shy.
Exactly. So
well, not
that's what-
shy, but outcast.
Yeah. So here was my punk rock epiphany about that thing. I think, and you guys can call in and talk shit to me. The call-in number is area code 909-360-8330. All right. Call it. We
909-360-8330.
Josh is great, man. I miss you, man.
I'm just here to help, man.
This is my brother right here. So check this out, Josh. I was looking at these kids, right, and I was listening to the lyrics, because I got no talent doing music. I can write some good lyrics and sing, but lyrically, I was listening to the songs, and besides the fact that I was fucking hating the hell out of what was it? We're gonna build a snowman. You ever seen that Frozen bullshit? I haven't.
No, I haven't seen Frozen.
Oh God, I've never seen it, but I was listening to the lyrics, and a lot of it's really inspiring. And I was thinking about it, remember when we grew up, we watched Cinderella, right?
Yeah.
She's a maid due to her fucking bitch ass sisters, right? And they're talking shit to her, but she rises above, dude. And I was like, you know what? You know what Disney needs is some fucking Black Flag, some rise above.
Yes. I would totally go see that.
See, right? Rachel gets it, right? But
Can we?
the thing is that, and again, this is just me and my stupid brain. I saw them in the same vein that I see us. We were just a little bit different. We were just dejected, picked on, and we were just a little bit more angry, than they were. But the songs that I was listening to when they were singing, they were always about the character is like a coming of age kind of thing. Cinderella is like a maid, you know what I mean? Snow White's she's like the little bitch stepdaughter.
Yeah.
Her stepmom wants to fucking kill her. It's got some dark shit to it. You know what I mean? But it gives the kids something punk rock. We're gonna rise above, and we're gonna do that. I don't know, and it was a crazy thing.
No, I like that, but that it's that's rad, yeah, because you're gonna start out the bottom and you're gonna work your way up.
Exactly.
Yeah,
right?
no, cool. That's
dude.
the moral of the story is it's okay.
Exactly. The moral of the story is it's punk rock.
And fuck.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
say.
fuck them.
Fuck them. Anyway, so I didn't get to do a show on Cinco de Mayo. Josh and I,
I left my sombrero at home. Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't. We didn't do any heavy drinking or anything like that. But I didn't get to do a Cinco de Mayo show. But I do want to do this. One of my favorite bands, and we're gonna play a lot of music today. And let's see how good of a DJ I am today.
Give him a second; he'll figure this out. Well, we're gonna get some Cinco de Mayo thing going on?
I think so. Bro.
Oh, okay. All right.
I had to go through and pick because I wanted to play some bands that have been on the show.
Oh,
Give them some props from
Okay,
today.
that's good.
And I think what better band to play for the Cinco de Mayo and do a tribute to our fallen brother Gabby from the Cadillac Tramps.
Yeah.
Right?
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Right.
All right. This is Life on the Edge. You're listening to the Black Lung Show on Kaotic Radio.
I'm gonna tell you a story about a little man. He lived his life on the edge in the garbage can until he met that woman. She gonna tear him apart. He needs a brand new life. Needs a brand new start to it. Baby, you got a problem. You got a problem. I got what you need. Brand new start. Life on the edge. Life on the edge. Life on the edge. Homeboy come up to me, right? I said, what's up, man? What you need? Man, I got me a little problem. Well, Pino Baba Tao. I need a brand new life. Just one more start. Homeboy, I got me a little problem. That's right, you got a problem. Baby, you got a problem. You got a problem. I got what you need. Brand new start. Life on the edge. Life on the edge. Life on the edge. Homie, come up to me, right? Oh, Raleons, what you need? Man, I got me a little problem. I see him on, I'm gonna take a big fall. Man, I need me a more from brand new life, baby. I just need a brand new start, man. But first, can you lend me 20? Oh, get out there the road, homie. Baby, you got a problem. You got a problem. I need a brand new start. another little story about another little man who did his life on the edge. Same old garbage can. Made himself another kind of man. She done tore him up. Man, he could use a brand new life, baby. Needs a brand new start to win. Baby, you got a problem. You got a problem. I got what you need. Brand new start. Life on the edge. Life on the edge. Life on the edge. Edge.
Tramps. I should have unmuted my mic when I did that. The Cadillac Tramps. Rest in peace, Gabby. All right, that's how we're starting off. It's going to be a punk rock show. That's what we're doing right now.
I thought we were doing anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm glad we figured out we're doing it now.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. So Rachel, you want to try to get the first guest on the phone? We're gonna try to get some calls in and talk some more music. In the meantime, let's do this. I like to keep it old school here on the Black Lung Show. You're listening live to chaoticradio.com. I always bring in some of my vinyl collection here into the studio. That's what I fucking love. I love being able to spin records. I hate terrestrial radio. You listen to and you guys listen all over the world. It's not going to do me any good to name any of the radio stations right here in the Inland Empire. But, they play the same bullshit over and over. This is a record, and this is the one I picked out for today's show. This is what, got me started. Well, one of the reasons that got me started wanting to be a DJ was Rodney Bingheimer, man. Fucking the man, dude, from K-Rock, and I feel bad for him, man. Like, I think, what does he do? He shows like on Sundays, like 1 o'clock in the morning or something like that. It's fucking ridiculous. And this also has to do with another one of my guests that will be calling in probably around the 4:30 hour, because he was actually on this label. I pushed on Posh Boy Records. Again, you're gonna have to put up with me for a second. We just got back from band practice a little bit, so we're a little bit winded. But the compilations that Rodney on the Rock did, volumes 1 and 2. This is for everyone looking. This is the Rodney on the Rock compilation. This is actually what got me into punk rock and discovering punk rock. Different bands. I love buying compilations. Do you buy compilations, Josh?
You know what? Not lately. Haven't
well, I mean, but back in the day, though, right?
You know, when I was a kid, I think one of my good friends. It was like a Christmas present when I was like 15. My friend gave me for Christmas. He gave me the Repo Man, and there was some cool stuff on there.
Oh, right,
So,
right. Yeah.
Some Suicidal, the Plugs. There was a bunch of cool stuff on there, dude. But yeah. No, I get it, because it's kind of expanding your mind to stuff you haven't heard before as a youngster.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So did you ever buy compilation records? See, like what I did is like I would go and I would see a compilation record. Let's say you recognize maybe 2-3 bands on the compilation, like Suicidal or something
Absolutely.
like that. And then you go through the compilation, you hear a new band. I remember hearing a band called the Candy Snatchers, dude, from the East Coast.
That's a fucking rad name. I still haven't heard of them, though.
No, that's what I'm saying, dude. I heard them on compilation. Yeah. I'm gonna call them and see if I can get them on the show. But anyway, that's how I discovered music. Back in the day, before you had the internet, before you had fucking cell phones, and all that shit. You'd go out to a record store like Dr. Strange Records. There's a quick plug right there. You'd go out, you'd buy a compilation record from the bands that you recognize. So like this one, the tracks, are from the Adolescents, Agent Orange, Black Flag, the Circle Jerks, the Crowd, the Clan, the Nuns, Rick L. Rick, UXA, the Simpletons, and sometimes I wouldn't hear, all these songs before. And then I would become a fan. And so anyway, let's do this. Let's play some music until we get our first guest on the phone.
More music, more better. Happy ears.
Look at that sound, man. That needle on the record.
Crispy.
This is Brooke Shields, and I got my radio station on for Rodney on the Rock.
No, chaoticradio.com. This is the Black Lung Show.
They can make things worse for me. Sometimes I'd rather die. They can tell me lots of things, but I can't say eye to eye. I know they know the way I think. I know they always will. But someday I'm gonna change my mind. Sometimes I'd rather kill. Bloodstains, speed kills, fast cars, cheap thrills, real thing, and Hardy knows it's a lie. No legs or arms or eyes it sees. It thinks it grows, it's an omnivore.
Doing one of those cool fade-outs.
Yeah.
Yo,
The
yeah.
Adolescents.
Oh yeah.
That sounded beautiful.
Doesn't it sound?
Yeah.
Doesn't it sound much better on vinyl, right?
It does.
It does. Oh, it just
There's-
sounds so good.
There's the crackling crispiness, dude, of awesomeness that fucking comes with vinyl that you can't get on a fucking CD.
That's right. That's right.
And then there's just a shitty recording of a tape, you know. But yeah, no, that sounds beautiful.
You guys are listening to the Black Lung Show on the world famous chaoticradio.com. I'm your host, Ryan Pena. Joined in studio with my main man, my brother, Josh Macho Camacho from
Just-
my band, Something Ferocious. And my engineer extraordinaire, Rachel. She's back there working the controls. Do we have our first caller on the line, Rachel?
We do. We have Dylan Flynn on the line. For
Can we plug him in?
Of course.
There we go. Dylan, are you on the line, brother?
I'm here.
How you doing, my friend?
Plenty well. Just got done with dinner at my sister's house. Nothing beats a free steak.
Hell yeah,
That's
it's top notch right there.
So were you listening to the show so far? Are you happy with the music?
Well, I honestly couldn't hear it that well. I don't have the best phone. It kind of kept coming in and going out. But it did sound good.
All right.
I did listen to a comment about they made before the internet and all that, people getting into music by compilations.
Right.
And I have to say, I got into punk music thanks to the Punkaramas, amazing bands like No Effects and Rancid.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That certainly rang true to my heart.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I had a lot of those. Yeah, those are great albums. So anyway, you're live on the Black Lung Show. We're going to give you some time right now to let everybody know who you are, because I talked to you, my friend, last night, and I'm very intrigued by what you're doing. So go ahead and introduce yourself to the listening audience and tell them who you are and what you're doing, because it's a fucking amazing story. And just so you know, my bass player from my band is in studio right now, so I wanted him to hear this firsthand to talk to you, because what you're doing is fucking crazy, brother. I admire you.
All right, well, my name is Dylan Flynn. I am 32. I live in Columbus, Ohio. 17 years ago, when I was 15, I got my first bass. 5 months later, I unfortunately suffered a traumatic brain injury in an auto accident. The neurological damage, I am not really able to play. So 2 years ago, I started a campaign. I have been getting in touch with as many bassists as I can, arranging to meet with them when they come to this area, and they have been playing my bass for maybe the past 6 months to a year. The bands have been letting me promote at their shows while selling merchandise. So I am trying to kill two birds with one stone, getting my bass played while raising money for brain injury support.
That is awesome.
And,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. That's cool.
no. But 2 years ago, I couldn't have begun to fathom that this would have had the success that it has. I've had the honor of watching amazing bassists like Fat Mike, Matt Freeman, Ken Casey, Chris Tu, Jay Bentley. I haven't been a fan of Blink-182 for 15 years, but Mark Hoppus was who got me into bass, and I had the honor of watching him play it. Like I said, 15 years ago, I couldn't have fathomed that it would come to what it has, but once it's reached this point, I believe it has the possibility to accomplish so much more. So I'm trying to, right now, it's virtually a one-man campaign. I don't know the definition of campaign, but by definition, I don't know if a campaign can be one person. I'm just trying to reach out and get as many people on board to support me, help spread the word. I'd say 25 to 30 guys have played my bass, and I would like to put a big damn 0 on the end of that, and one day say 250 to 300. Plus, I would like to get some gals out there, then all males, and I pride myself on my femininity, so I need to find some women bassists to add their name.
Oh, that's cool. That's a cool man. That's pretty cool. You get it out there. Let everyone know.
Well, we know some female bassists here. In fact, we were just talking right now about Riot Gun. They were here in the studio just the other week, and we were, if you're watching this stuff, you can also, Dylan, you can go back and see this later on YouTube. Just go to YouTube and type in Black Lung Show, chaoticradio.com, and you'll be able to find it. I mean, that's the best I can do. I don't know the actual link. But Riot Gun has got Lisa. She's a female bass player. There's a lot of great female bass players out here in Southern California that I'm sure would love to help you out, And my bass player extraordinaire is here, and I'm sure when we get off our asses and go tour,
I'm not Fat Mike or Matt Freeman, though. I'll tell you that. But
he's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
He's pretty good. I got to vouch for the guy.
Do you have like a website set up for this kind of thing? Facebook, all that stuff.
I am very ignorant when it comes to technology. I want to, at some point, if this is at all possible, I would like to make my own charity. The name of the campaign is Pass the Bass. If that's too damn difficult to accomplish, then I would like to just tag on with another charity, but have my own little Pass the Bass section.
Yeah.
That you could go on to. Right now, I am donating the money I raise to the Brain Injury Association of America.
Okay, that's cool.
So if I can't accomplish having my own charity, then you could just go on to the Brain Injury Association's website, and there would be a link for Pass the Bass if I can't do my own charity. But think big, so I'm fingers crossed I'm going to do everything I can. Talking about female bassists, the Warp Tour is coming up, and the bassist with Bad Cop said she's up for playing it.
There you go.
So I'm looking forward to that. I believe when we spoke last night, I mentioned that I am blanking on his name, but the Suicide Machines bassist said he's up for playing it, and they're going to be at both the Ohio Warp Tour shows, so I'm very eager for that. I'm going to have to say this. I want this people coast to coast to be aware of this. My favorite bassist is Dan Andriano with Alkaline Trio.
Oh, yeah.
I have traveled over 20,000 miles to see Alkaline Trio over 35 times. I have seen Dan over 40 times when you count his other side projects. I cannot get that bastard to play my bass.
Oh, but he's in Chicago, yeah.
I mean, Matt Freeman, I met him 10 minutes before they took stage at Riot Fest 2 years ago for the very first time. He played it that set.
That's
All
awesome.
these other guys, they're playing it the first time I meet them. I've been talking to Dan for 5 to 10 years, and he will not play my bass. So let's kill him into playing it.
You know, maybe it just takes a little more arm twisting. But
Yeah.
you got some of my heroes to play your bass. I'm impressed. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And, well, you know, Color Me Greedy, I prefer them playing it on stage during their set.
Oh yeah,
Of course.
Mark, yeah.
Mark Hoppus played it during sound check, as well as Ken Casey, but Ken's a lefty, so he had to flip it over. It looked extremely weird, but it sounded absolutely perfect. Let's see. Fat Mike, I've been told he doesn't play a P-bass anymore. They're too heavy. It's bad for his back or something, so he plays a lighter bass. So he just played mine in the dressing room. Jay Bentley just played it in the dressing room as well, because it was at a Me First in the Gimme Gimme show.
Yeah.
And I wasn't very familiar with them, but I guess they have this whole coordination of outfits and instruments, and my bass did not go along with everything they were wearing and playing. He told me at a Bad Religion show he would play it, but that evening he played it in the dressing room. So I'm hoping Bad Religion comes to Ohio sometime in the not too distant future, and I can watch him play it during the set. I saw, oh God, Screeching Weasel on Friday. Unfortunately, I couldn't get their bassist to play it, but the Mouse Intruders bassist played it. So I'm awfully close to 30 guys who played it.
That's cool.
And
You got
while it does suck that it's not me playing it, it is amazing to watch these phenomenal musicians. I mean, if I was playing it, it would just sound like crap. Nobody would pay to listen to me. So at least I'm getting some of my idols to play it.
Absolutely.
It's been quite an experience.
No, that's cool, man. That's a pretty cool thing, man. You've had that many people share it. Did you get any pictures or maybe a couple signatures on the bass as well, or anything like that?
Yeah, the bass is. I was just going to get the pickguard signed, but a couple guys signed the actual bass without asking me, and I've had people tell me to not wash them off. It would take something that would burn the bass to get the signatures off. So I'm not going to even touch them. I'm just going to get the whole bass full of signatures.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
am pretty pissed at myself. Like I said, Mark Hoppus was who got me into bass. I am an ignorant bastard. I forgot to get him to sign it. But
next time, there's always next time.
Matt Freeman, Dan Andriano, Fat Mike. I'm not certain how to pronounce his last name. Joe Principe, I think it is, with Rise Against. I've gotten almost. Now, I have to admit there are some guys who have played it who I don't want their signature.
We don't have to. We don't have to.
We don't have to.
We don't have to mention names.
The Black Lung Show is about positivity, bro.
Yeah.
That's why we have you on
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question right now, okay? You're live right now on the Black Lung Show on the airwaves, and it's going to be broadcast to and podcast. We've got multiple cameras here. We're tripping out here in the studio. If you, I'm giving you the opportunity right now. For the future, who would you like to play your bass that hasn't done it? You know, because for me, I'm not a bass player. My bass player is right next to me. But if I was a bass player, I think the one person that I would really, really want to have play would be like Les Claypool.
That'd be that'd
that
be
be-
trippy. But yeah. No, I think he said Mark Hoppus. That was his guy.
Well, no, Mark Hoppus did play it,
Yeah.
but
But who hasn't?
Dan Andriano is my favorite bassist. He fooled around with it once for like 30 seconds, not really doing anything. I would like him to play a full Alkaline Trio song live on stage. I would also love to, I have to admit, I'm not really a Green Day fan. They've got some good music, but they're a huge band. They do have good music, and their fan base is amazing. So I think, make me sound greedy or not, they could help me accomplish a lot with this campaign. And they are doing 2 shows in Ohio later this summer. I would be honored to have Mike Dirt play my bass. Also, the Offspring are doing a show here in Columbus in about 2 weeks. And I would love to hear Greg K play Self-Esteem on my bass. That would be, due to my brain injury, that significantly impacted my life. And there is not a lot of music that I'm familiar with. A lot that I've listened to, I quickly have forgotten. But there are some that I just have stuck in there, and I would say Greg K is one of them who has not played it that I would love to, along with Mike and Dan. But like you said, Les would be, I'm not a big fan of their music either, but he's a phenomenal musician, and he could help move this campaign in the right direction. I mean, maybe a month ago, I made a $2,000 donation to the Brain Injury Association.
That's nice.
Last night, I made a $400 donation. I would like these donations to increase with both size and frequency.
Absolutely. I think you should maybe to make it a campaign, get someone to help you, a friend, family member, get that past the base actually out there. Put it together, man.
You need that, brother.
We have no problem promoting that here.
Absolutely. That's what we do, and then, like I said, I mean, you've got to know, for everybody, like we do, Josh and I just got back from band practice, right? And as we're right now mixing and mastering our new record, and we'll give a shout out, Eddie Casillas from the Voodoo Glow Skulls, Dog Run Studios in Riverside, California. He's helping us. He's the one that's recording our album. And as we're talking about that, everyone's got to have their own kind of thing. You know what I mean? There's certain people that do well at certain tasks. I can say, is that? Yeah. Like right now, like I couldn't do this show without Rachel. I can't work computers. I can't even hook up my fucking Xbox without my kids helping me out. You know what I mean? So. Dylan. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. You need to have somebody
get some people in your corner, man, and make this a bigger thing. It's a great cause. Let's get it bigger, man.
Yeah.
It sounds bad, right? Come on, Rachel. Go ahead. Come on, Rachel.
Come on, Rachel. Jump in there.
Lisa Bennett from Riot Gun was saying that she has a crazy idea that might help you out, Dylan.
Okay, you're listening.
Okay. Yeah, we got to get back to her on that. But yeah, just to let you know, it's out there.
I'm sorry. I thought that you were saying that she mentioned it to you when you were passing it along to me, but I guess you haven't heard her idea.
Not all of it yet, but
okay.
Yeah, but Ryan's on the same tagline, so he would be able to tell you.
Yeah. Like I was saying, Lisa is the bass player from Riot Gun, and so. And that's what I'm saying. I brought my bass player in special for this show. I think a lot of the bands that we're friends with would love to help you out, and we've had some friends going on tour. I will be happy to pass the bands along to you, when they're going on tour and they stop in Columbus, Ohio, and stop at your house and have a beer with you, if you
Or
or
an iced tea.
or an iced tea.
Yeah.
It could be that.
Yeah, whatever works.
Do you know any single Irish women between 25 and 30 with a thick brogue? Could they come and give me a massage while we drink this tea?
Easy, buddy.
Yeah. One thing at a time, brother. We're gonna pass the base.
Yeah.
That's what we're passing first.
Okay, I do have a Pass the Base page on Facebook.
Well, there you go.
And that has a link for donations as well as the T-shirt that I'm selling. I have got 2 designs for new T-shirts that I'm going to have printed hopefully within the next week or so. I've been invited to 2 Flogging Molly shows and the Warp Tour, so I'm hoping, like I said, along with those, the Offspring are going to be in Columbus. I want to make this weekly $400 donation, but that might be wishful thinking.
No, man, it's not wishful thinking. You've got to. You can't just talk about it. You got to be about it, and that's what I like about you. You're doing that, you know. I mean, it's everything's a slow road. You know what I mean? Whether it be you're starting off a new band, you know, whether you're starting off a radio show like the Black Lung Show, like this show was, you know, just me and some regular kid I just met off the street, and we started the show about 2 years ago. And now it's the greatest show in the fucking world, just so you know.
Well, in my mind, it's the greatest show. Hey, check it out! Pass the bass. I found your page. I found the shirt. It's the stick figures passing the bass from one person to another. Oh, my buddy Jeff Clark is on there. He was the bass player for Death by Stereo, and a couple other bands. That's rad.
But to answer your question earlier, there are videos and pictures of all these guys who have played it.
Oh yeah, I see the Dropkick video. Cool, yeah. This is a cool site, man.
Yeah, it's certainly progressing, and I'm pretty satisfied with it. But I'm a greedy bastard, so I want a lot more.
Well, we'll do our part to help you out, brother. We're gonna have to let you go now for a little bit because we're running low on time for the show. Well, maybe, I don't know, but we're gonna promote you. And like I said, this is the Black Lung Show. This is not my show. This is your show. This is everybody's show. If you're in a band, send your music to blacklungshow@yahoo.com to get you guys on here. Please go to Pass the Bass. You know, what is it, Camacho?
Go to Facebook. It's simple. Just type in Pass the Bass.
There you go.
And it's right there, and I'm liking it right now. So everyone, Pass the Bass on Facebook.
There you go. Pass the Bass.
Now,
buy a T-shirt, donate, whatever you can. What's that? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dylan.
I do have a few goals. One of them is to put together benefit shows with as many bands as I can get. All money to brain injuries. Well, all these goals, everything's to brain injury support. So the benefit show. I also want to write a book with a biography of me. Unfortunately, I don't remember much of my life, so my biography is going to be awfully short. But I can make up a bunch of bullshit and nobody would know.
That'd be awesome.
I could say when I was 4, I took a bullet from my mom when people broke into the house. It would be nothing to them. But, so that's 2. Damn, what's the 3rd? Oh, and I want, again, listening to the compilation CDs. I would like to put together compilation CDs with all money going to brain injury support. And I really think that this is achievable, but like you guys are willing to do, help me out. The word needs to get out there.
Absolutely.
It makes me think of the Wayne's World movie I'm not sure if it was the first or the second one, but you tell two people, and they each tell two people, and so on and so on. And then people coast to coast. I have no interest in being famous. I'm a behind-the-scenes guy. But when I walk out in public and a person for the first time asks me if I'm the pass the bass guy, that is going to put a damn ear-to-ear smile on my face.
Well, we're very happy that that you're doing what you do. I'm very proud of you. I'm very glad you called in on the show. I'm going to do my part every single week, and you're welcome to call in every single week. And everybody else, too. The call-in number is 909-360-8330. We will talk about Pass the Bass every single week. I'll do that. You know, all the bands that come in, I will promote you as much as I can, brother. We're all one big punk rock family. You know, whether you're in Ohio, whether you're in New Jersey, whether you're in England or Texas, or you're wherever, you know, where we all do this together.
Dylan, thanks for your time. That's awesome.
Thank you guys very much. Very grateful.
All right, Dylan.
I will be calling you later, my friend, and we'll get you back on the show. Anyway, right now we're gonna play a little bit of music. I need to take a break anyway because I gotta take a fucking piss. I know I shouldn't be saying that. So right now let's just play some Bad Religion. This is Give You Nothing.
Looking but they never can see all the corruption and the dishonesty. Think about the kind of places you never known. You're a man torn out of yet you're alone. So I give you me, I give you nothing. I give you me, I give you nothing. So you got a place that you call your own, but you gotta have an fury in the soul. Look around and that's the one of you are alive. You're a sidewalk side of being a bionic time. So I give you me, I give you nothing. I give you me, I give you nothing. Respectable, despicable, it seems all the same. Now we realize that we have nothing to say. If your reserve is we got a city complete, ask yourself again, do I deserve much from them? No. But they never can see all the corruption and the dishonesty. Look around and that's a one of you are alive. You're a sidewalk sniper speaking bionic time. So I give you me, I give you nothing. I said I give you me, I give you nothing.
Bad Religion on the Black Lung Show. You're listening live to chaoticradio.com. That was our guest. That was got the what an amazing story, right? Rachel, what do you think about that? Was that trippy?
It was good.
Not bad, right? You know, we try to help everybody that we can on the show pass the bass. I love, you know what, dude? Come on, I'd love you to play that bass, man.
Yeah, I'm not any of those big names.
Don't you fucking start with me.
No,
dude.
I'll do it, but I'm not anybody. So that'd be cool. But
you're my hero.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
You're my hero.
I'm your hero. I come with a cape too. I'm pretty impressive.
He is.
I wear tights, a cape, and my chonies on my outside. It's a good time, but that's only when I've been drinking Jack Daniels.
Maybe we should
Hey,
start
that
doing-
sounds like my life story.
Okay.
So
I
Rachel,
turned
do
into
we?
Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
Do
well
we have
then
a- do we have our next guest on
we'll
the- on
try
the
that
line?
sometime.
Oh yeah, we do have Eric Leach from Symbol 6.
All right, yeah.
I
Hell
love
yeah.
this guy. All right, Eric, my brother, are you on the line?
Ryan,
How are you doing, my friend?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good, man. Were you able to hear any of that part that we were doing on the show earlier?
No, because I just got into phone range. I've been out all day.
I know. Well, I'll tell you about it later. But there was a cat that we just had on the show. His name was Dylan. He lives in Ohio, and he was in a car accident when he was 15. He's 32 years old now. He had just bought his bass, right, and he was going to start a punk band, and then he got in this nasty car accident, and he had a brain injury. And so what he's been doing, this is what we've been talking about for the last 45 minutes on the show. He's having all these bands play his bass, and my bass player, you know Josh from
Yeah.
Sub Ferocious.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Sure.
How you doing?
Hey,
Hey, how
what's
was your
happening?
tour? You
Good.
guys. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
No,
switch
well,
subjects, but
it's all right, Josh. No,
you
the
just
reason I brought Josh in here, because he's a bass player too, and so Josh, help me recap all the bands that he.
we were like Dropkick. He said he had Blink, Matt Freeman. He had a long list of bass players that just played his bass for a little bit,
Yeah, so he's got
just
this,
to help and to help like donations for brain
Brain injuries. Yeah, so he's.
It sounds like Josh has a little bit of brain injury.
Well, we had band practice earlier, and I had a couple of drinks, and my brain injury is kicking in right now.
Dude, I'm just kidding you, and I know it's like a serious subject.
Yeah.
Just in bad taste.
No, it's not in bad taste because
I just go to bad taste.
No, it's okay.
No, brother, it's all right. You know what? The cool thing I loved about the guy was that he was talking to us, and he still was making jokes and having a good time. So, he doesn't.
Good.
He's in good spirits, and he's trying to do what he can. So are we. But again, this is the Black Lung Show, and I will say this, dude. I know you are, you've been on a bunch of radio shows, but this is your home. This is the home of Symbol
I
6.
love Black Lung Radio. You guys have the greatest setup. And all my friends who've been in there all come back saying the same thing, like how comfortable you make it, how Ryan, you're like the real deal. You're not only a cool friggin' DJ, a great singer, but you're a music fan, and that's where it boils down to, and that's what's cool. You guys doing all this is always appreciated by many, many, many people that you probably don't even get to hear from.
Well, thank you, man. That makes it all worthwhile. This is it's tough, man. This is not it's not an easy thing. But anyway, thank you for that. I appreciate that. The reason I wanted you to,
man.
I love you guys. You are always welcome in my studio. I love your band. We've got thanks for playing my birthday party. That was a cool thing that we did in Riverside.
That was a very cool thing.
But here's the thing, right? What I've wanted to do with this show is several things. Is I've wanted to bring bands to the listening audience that they would not normally hear, on terrestrial radio. You're not gonna hear Symbol 6 or Shattered Faith or the Briefs, or all these great bands that I have on the show. Not only that, but I also have a lot of younger listeners that are in bands, and I want to try to help them out and give them some advice, because I get a lot of kids, asking to be on the show or asking to book shows with us and all that kind of stuff. So I had an epiphany, and my epiphany was
That's a big word.
it is right. I know.
Hold on, I'm looking it up.
I'm not sure you're allowed to use that word. That's probably bigger than you're used to.
Is that FCC regulated?
That might be that might be a
You might
$6 word.
You might have been fined. You might have been seriously fined just now.
Well, anyway, brother. So my idea was this, to help out some of the younger bands. A lot of bands don't know what it's like to tour, and you guys just got back from an amazing tour, and I want to talk to you about that. Whether it be the good, the bad, the ugly, you tell me everything that just happened, because I know. Ginger just booked you guys on an amazing tour across the United States. You guys played all over the place. Tell me about the tour.
Well, there's the good, yes, the bad, yes, and the ugly, and expect all of those when you go on tour. But for anybody that hasn't gone on tour, that is thinking about going on tour, you must go out there. You must just get a van, however you can get that. Load up all your shit and start finding places that will take you there. And you're going to have to spend some money to get there, but it's not like a fortune either. But I think I was just talking to Frank and Frankie, or the translers today, about how important, and Harlow Sweetwater too, as we were talking about this. The importance of touring isn't really just to get your music out in front of people, but it's to get people that are out there coming out and watching music from bands that are from out of town. And it's also really, like, to me, one of the most important things about it is it really defines you as a band within the band. Like, when you're spending that much time together in a van, there's no luxury in this type of the type of tour I'm familiar with. You know, I'm not a rock star and roller guy in big limo buses, but the thing that I really love is that what happens to the band when you're in the van. It's just like your bond and your brotherhood and all that stuff is you say that as being what you are when you're in a band, but nothing really puts it to the test until you get out there and you live with each other for a while. And
Yeah.
and it's just to me, it's like the best experience there is. And then you get to play in front of people that are really excited about seeing music and music from outside of their backyards. And that's the ticket. You just can't play locally. I mean, I guess you could, and a lot of bands do, but I just think they're missing out on a magical thing out there. No matter how tough it is, it's worth it. That's my advice. Do it.
Okay, so 2 questions from me. One, when you're in that van, and Josh has toured, and I haven't toured extensively. I've done the smaller tours, you know, just a couple states, you know, like a week at a time, maybe at the most.
Well, there's no tour too small either. I mean, remember that. I mean, it all adds up. I mean, whether you go for 3 days, a 3-day weekend, whatever, just as long as you're out there doing it and pushing the boundaries of where you're playing, that's what's important. You don't need to go 3,000 or 6,000 miles away to do something. You can do it, you know, several hundred miles away.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's my question. So while you're in that little van, to try to keep your sanity between show to show, right? So you're driving maybe, you know, 6 to 8 hours, you know, sometimes even longer to the next show. Do you guys play any games like Who's That Smell?
Who's that smell?
No, because that encourages shit that you don't want going on in the van. You know, you gotta have some sort of policies in place. You know
All right,
what I'm saying?
fair enough.
Yeah, Eric's right about that. That's pretty solid, dude. Like you don't want to. Yeah, who can outgross each other? You definitely don't want that.
Right, you open that box and it's Pandora. It's not good. But you do look for weaknesses in everybody's personality, and when you find them, boy, you just drill in on those. And you're trying to make the other guy cry, and that's always fun for everybody.
All right, so okay, this is what I want to ask. Okay, tell me some of the cities that you guys played first. We'll keep it a simple question.
Chicago, Boston, New York, New Jersey, St. Louis, Philadelphia, Texas, Arizona, all the way up Seattle, all the way back down San Francisco, you know, all the West Coast, Ohio.
Okay.
Oklahoma, you know. New Orleans, that was a favorite.
Oh, how was that? That had to be fun.
Super voodoo, wicked, bitchin', all that. It's not overhyped. It's really cool.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so Eric, here's literally a serious question that I have. Like I said, I haven't toured extensively like you have. So here's just my thought, and you tell me if I'm right or wrong. We as
you're wrong.
You know what, man? I'm going to go ahead and agree with you on that.
Thank you.
Okay, we got that out of the way. Go ahead.
All right. Well, what I the way that my brain works is that we as musicians or music fans in Southern California are kind of spoiled. You know what I mean? We've got San Diego, we've got Los Angeles, we've got Orange County, we've got the Inland Empire. There's always bands playing. But when I hear about shows in like Ohio or Oklahoma or something where I can't imagine a big music scene, right? I mean, there's California, you've got, you know, Texas with Austin, Texas. Of course, you've got the East Coast, you've got New York, DC, all that kind of stuff. did you find it different when you're playing some of these shows, like Oklahoma or just somewhere along the ways, where they more receptive because they don't have bands like we do, like on a weekly basis, like when a band comes on tour? Are they more receptive, or is that just me?
No, I think that they're overall, my opinion is that, or my experience is that you pull into these places that have venues that are built for live music, like more so than just like a little stage, but they have a real stage. They have a sound guy. They all want to make it sound good for you. They treat you like a professional. And so there's an importance on the venue is like they're still like in LA, a lot of venues that are music only. I mean, they're out there, but some of them are either a little bit too stiff, or they're makeshift in a lot of ways. Like sort of this will work. It really wasn't meant for music, but these places are like were built for music at some point. But and then again, some nights you get out there and you're going to be discouraged because it's a Tuesday or Wednesday night, it's a weeknight, and you're going on at 11, and it's the same shit that goes on out here. Like you're not going to draw, and that happens to like a lot of bands of all kinds of popularity wise. It's just the way it's going to work. But you can't be discouraged by that. But some of the places, I mean, Boston was like off the hook. I mean, just everybody was in this room, and you could just feel it the second you walked in. Before any band played, it was like, oh, there's something going to go down tonight. And like everybody was ready to make noise and enjoy music. And so, it's just, I think it can be very similar to the SoCal thing, but I also can be very different, and I think people do come out wanting to see who's from, Southern California has a good rap for good bands. So, they want to see it.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, that's you guys are fucking Symbol 6. I mean, that says enough right there.
Well, that's what I always say, but sometimes they don't care.
Well, they don't know.
Well, that's my job, brother. That's my job. Now, that's why I'm doing this radio show. Go ahead.
The thing is that, and I can't say this enough, is like the thing is like you go out and you play for yourself and your band members. Like
absolutely,
everything else takes care of itself. I find it to be a lot. What's really happening in music now is exciting. Is that a lot of the Joe, I want to be a rock star. People are blown out because there's no money to be made, and there's no instant fame, and there's none of that shit. So they pretty much get knocked out. And the ones that are really making the scene and keeping things going are people that love music. So when you're dealing with people that just love to play music, it's different than when it's like super popular and everybody wants to be on the varsity team playing, and so. I just find that like most every band we play with at these clubs across the U.S., they're really good. They love playing music. Nobody's paying their mortgages playing music, or even paying their rent, or how do you do this? Everybody's got jobs and they've got to take time off and go do this. But man, you run into people. They just love music. They're going to play it no matter what.
They're doing it for the passion. That's the right reason to do it, Eric.
That is the reason to do it.
Yeah, that's the only reason. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and by nature nowadays, if you're not doing it for that reason alone, then you're not really playing music, because everybody playing it is doing it because they love it, and that's the silver lining for me and what I see in all the bands that are out there. I mean, God bless them. They're all doing it. They're all taking chances, and they're all going to do it no matter what.
Well, I couldn't agree with you more, because I can't tell you how many times I've had this conversation with my own personal friends, right? Just from my own personal experience.
Mm-hmm.
You've been playing a little bit longer than I have, but when I started, there was. When I was in high school, I was playing with my friends, and I was playing with a group of bands, and I can't tell you that after 20 something years, I look back and I can only see a handful of people that are still doing it. You know, that even and not only, you know, not to say that their heart wasn't into it, but they were fabulous musicians, but they kind of gave up and they were just like, oh, we're never going to make it. And it's like, dude, it's not about making it. It's about being happy. It's about putting out music that you love and being happy about that. You know, we still play the music that we like to, you know, does that make sense to you? You know what I mean? Like,
well, it's that you just said it. Though.
That makes the only sense.
That's making it. To me, that's making it. Like somebody says, well, you know, when people start saying, well, when we get big or when we make it, I already know they're lost, because you should be looking at what you're doing right now. Are you able to go and play in front of people? Are you able to enjoy that? Are you able to record, whether you're paying for it? I mean, so what? Are you able to write a song? Are you able to send a message? Are you able to do that? Is making it. So if you're getting paid to do that, God bless you. You're in the less than 1%. But you should not base anything artistic on making it and when we get there and if we. I mean, that's just all horseshit. You know, it's
Right. You don't want to write just to make money. You want to write in order to express yourself.
It's inauthentic at that moment that you start writing to, well, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to write a hit song, and this is what it should be about. And this is like, you're already lost. I mean, that's horrible.
Exactly.
you hear that right there? That's my new engineer. You got to come back in the studio, dude. This is Rachel. The Black Lung Show is expanding, and that's what I'm saying.
Hello, Rachel.
What's up, Eric? I saw you over at the Doll Hut. Man, it's been like a couple of months ago.
Oh, the Doll Hut. The Doll Hut.
What show was that? Was it,
You
must
know,
have been more than.
Was he doing his acoustic thing, or was he doing the Simple Six thing?
it was acoustic.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
that makes sense. Yeah, very cool.
Well, Rachel is now on board, and listen, here I'll give you the perfect segue about making it. Right. My name is Ryan Pena, and I already fucking made it. You know why?
You fucking made it.
I did. You know why? Because I have the greatest rock and roll band. My brothers, Something Ferocious. Josh Macho Camacho is in studio with me. I have.
Nice.
I've got a brand new.
I'm just
friend.
here to play bass, man.
I love this guy. He's so fucking humble. I've got Rachel now, who's now my favorite engineer, who's in studio. I have a radio show. Like, who the fuck gets to say that, right? And
That's right.
And I have one of my favorite people that not only do I look up to as a musician, but as a friend. You're calling in on my show. I get to hang out and talk to guys from Symbol 6. That's what I'm saying. I've already made it. That's it.
You're there, dude. You're here. Just enjoy the ride.
Actually,
that's it.
Well, actually, you called me, but I hear you, brother. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I would call you guys on any time, and I agree with you. Everything you're saying is like gives me goosebumps because it's good positive energy.
And I've met Eric a couple of times. He's actually a pretty cool guy. You're actually pretty cool.
Believe
guy,
it or
man.
not. Believe it or not.
And he's been rocking. I've seen you modeling my Black Lung Show shirts, which I appreciate.
I love your Black Lung shirt.
Yeah.
Punk rockers need clean shirts too, man.
I'm just a total dick because I'm so positive. That's my rub on some out there. You
I
know,
fucking
it's
hate it
like,
when that happens.
Yeah, I'm just trying to stay positive in a very negative
In a negative way?
environment.
Yeah,
exactly.
No, tear it up, dude. Stay positive.
Well, that's what I love. And Eric, let me say this. You know, for everybody that's involved in this is what I've been longing for in my musical career is to meet the right people. You know, when I met Josh, when I met my band, I'm like, I'm very happy playing my band. I can see when you're playing with Tony and everybody, you know, and Evan and, you know, all the guys in Symbol 6, you guys are having a good time. That's what it's all about. You know, when Rachel comes in here and she's smiling at me, she's already flipping me off, you know, and having a good time.
She did the double bird.
No.
Don't lie on
Yeah.
me.
No, sure, that was
I was trying to help you out because you were actually picking your nose. Don't fucking lie to me.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Now I'm embarrassed.
Oh,
Listen
I wish
to
you could
this.
see the redness.
Yeah.
Oh man, are you flipping them off now?
She probably will be. She probably will be.
I'm going to wait until we're smoking a cigarette.
Okay. All right.
That's good.
But
That's
anyway,
good. I love that.
I love the whole family thing. The Fuck Wolves, Ginger, Archie, Danny. You know, the promoters, all the bands that we play with, and Eric, let me say this. You know, and there's been some negativity, and on Facebook, and there's been some negativity with some of the bands that come in here, and it trips me out. And I want to say this live on the radio, and you guys are gonna see this on YouTube. It's gonna be podcast. You know, we're not kids anymore, right? You know, there's no fucking need to badmouth other bands or badmouth other members. If you're done with the band, just fucking move on. You know,
Yeah.
have fun. If you don't like a certain promoter, don't work with them anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
Real simple.
Don't go on
Real
Facebook.
simple.
Yeah, don't talk shit about them anymore. You make yourself look really bad. You look like children to me. And there's certain people I'm actually referring to. I'm not even picking sides because I see certain bands on here, and it breaks my heart. You know that there's band members that are just fucking so angry with each other. It's like, you know, dude, be fucking adult. Just move on. Make your own music. Do your fucking thing. Symbol 6 is fucking kicking ass all over the world.
Yeah.
We're gonna play some Symbol 6 before we wrap up the show.
But we're gonna play with Symbol 6 July 8th.
Well,
I think, is that the one?
Are you guys gonna play with us? We're playing Archie's birthday and Frank from the Trancers.
I thought that's what I
at the
saw.
Prospector. Are you guys gonna do this show with us? July
I
8th?
don't know. I don't know what that. I know it's like. I was talking to those guys today. It's the 8th, and I don't know what the schedule is, but you know, in some form or another, I'm going to be there.
We'll be
I
there.
just don't know. Yeah.
We'll grab your acoustic guitar and just show up by yourself.
Yeah. There you go.
You know, I thought you do that anyway, don't you? Sometimes.
Yeah. You know, I usually try to get somewhat of an invite. You know.
Oh, I thought there was already.
You're always invited, brother.
I thought there was always. You know what, man? I play a bunch of instruments, man. If you need someone to play mandolin or anything,
Oh, I love that.
I do all the banjo. I slide guitar. I do everything.
Dude, he's amazing.
Really?
Yeah. I play
Eric,
a bunch.
You gotta hook up with him, dude. Camacho plays
If you play
harmonica.
if you play acoustic music, I can accompany you with a bunch of instruments, man.
We'll have to do that jam,
Yeah.
my friend.
Yeah,
That'll be fun.
I'm down.
Yeah, and if you want to jam on some acoustic, I know some people in Venice that would love to have you over.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah, very cool.
The
Well, I
universe-
love Venice. That's my old stomping grounds down by Dogtown out there. So
Yeah.
definitely.
The universe continues,
Yeah.
my friend. We got to keep spreading the positivity. Make sure you guys like the Black Lung Show page on Facebook.
Do it.
Make sure you guys
Yeah,
go check.
don't spend time tearing things down because it's really at the end of the day, everybody has better things to do.
Yeah, right.
So,
right.
If shit goes south, it goes south.
Move.
That's just life. I mean, you want to spend time. Like when something doesn't go right, I try to get out of that space as quick as possible. I don't know why people like to move in and set up a couch and hang out in no Goodville.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
It's like let's get out as quick as possible because there's a million
There's-
pieces of the pie that we can all enjoy. So
There's better situations to get into. Why fucking dig into a shitty one? Absolutely.
right.
Eric, very,
you know what?
very wise man.
Consider yourself lucky that you realize it's a shitty situation so you can move on. I mean, that's the way you got to look at it, Look for the better one. Look for the one that fits. The first one doesn't always fit. The 1,000th one doesn't always fit. But somewhere down the line, we all find the one that's perfect, and if we're lucky, and then that's why it took whatever road it took to get there. So, live long and prosper, man. People got to listen to Spock. That's just all the bottom line.
Well, people need to listen to the Black Lung Show because we bring you the best fucking bands in the world, like Symbol 6.
You do.
The
Way to
Fock
bring
Roll.
it back around.
Thank you very
Way
much.
to bring
exactly.
it back around.
And you know why?
Ryan is really good at that U-turn right there. I love that.
Well, check this out. I got the best U-turn for you. Eric, my friend, we're gonna end the show right now. We got some stuff. I know you got stuff to do. You know, thanks again.
The guy's been busy all day playing a
Exactly.
show in the morning. He's been in Long Beach.
It was really a lot of fun down there in Long Beach, and the trancers are just man, they were so good today, and Harless Sweetwater just a great vibe down there in Long Beach. It was like I had a blast. Got to play a good long set, and everybody was cool. That was great.
Right on.
All right,
Really
thanks for having me on, everybody. Rachel, it's good to know you're on board, and nice to meet you. And I'll see you, I'm sure, in the future, and all you dudes.
Oh yeah,
You as well, Eric.
you guys have to come back in. We'll make this a party. And you know what, dude? If you're not a fan of the Black Lung Show, or if you're not a fan of Symbol 6, well, it really doesn't matter.
There you go.
Really doesn't matter, guess I have no doubts. Really doesn't matter, can't keep me out. Really doesn't matter, I cut in line. Really doesn't matter, the world is mine. It doesn't matter. I'm a rock and roll matter. Words on my daggers. It's all about to shatter. It doesn't matter. I've got nothing left to love. Really doesn't matter if you think it's fun. Really doesn't matter, I'm not done. Really doesn't matter, it's just begun. Really doesn't matter, 'cause here I come. It doesn't matter. I'm a rock and roll matter. Words on my dagger. It's all about to shatter. It doesn't matter. I've got nothing left to love. Really doesn't matter, get the homesick blues. Really doesn't matter, baby, born to lose. Really doesn't matter, so come along. Really doesn't matter, 'cause I'm never wrong. It doesn't matter. I'm a rock and roll man. Words on my dagger. It's all about to shatter. It doesn't matter. I've got nothing left to love. Really doesn't matter, I have no doubts. Really doesn't matter, can't keep me out. Really doesn't matter, I cut in line. Really doesn't matter, 'cause the world is mine.